an old woman of yours posts pictures of you on the net or videos.
Dick pic.
Yeah.
Is that bothering you?
I mean, boy.
Mr. Wolf would like it anyway. I don't know.
Mr. Wolf like, I like the way this picture shows my forearm because I really did do a lot of work on that.
He would take, before he actually sent the picture or whatever, he would have taken about 20 and picked the best one anyway.
Yeah.
I just sent her that one.
Nah, Mr. Wolf ain't like that. Don't listen to these people.
Well,
I'm not like that, bruv.
Right.
But would I have a problem with it?
You would comb your pubic hair before you sent the picture. You would brush it.
Fucking bastard. Fuck you, bro. Oh, that's funny, man.
It's funny because it's true.
Fucking hell.
Comb it and look at it after and then nod his head. I agree with it.
Fucking combing
Yeah,
pubic hair.
Bruv, you put Dax on your pubic hair, man. And Dax and waving cream.
It's all going the same way now.
Do you
It's all going the same way.
Do you relax your pubic hair?
Fuck you, man. Bastard.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to another episode of the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast. We are on season 2. This is episode 35. We're reaching our mid-30s. We now have marriage and children and mortgage.
Oh, yo, Stav.
Yes.
Quick question.
Yes.
If YES spells yes, what does EYES spell?
I like that.
And I still don't know the thing. EYES.
Yeah, what does it spell? If YES spells yes, what does EYES spell?
Eyes.
How would you mean? How can you not know what? Did you have this discussion before or something?
No, this is something where, because people say ES, isn't it?
What?
Yes.
Your brain tells you to say ES.
I'm confused. What do you mean? What does it mean? I just heard eyes straight away. Wait.
Well, maybe your brain works different than some people's
I'm
brains.
efficient.
Because it's like what do they call it? Implantment or what?
When you
It's almost like Inception.
Yeah.
I saw the one where they did it in Lagos, and the people were like, easy. Or some whatever they were doing. It was like some
them
madness.
things there. Anyways, and I am Stavros Boss, your host, and around me we have people asking questions, and they are.
Yeah, Simple Simon, that was me that jumped in there with that question. Why not? Let's have it.
And we also have.
Yes, this is Mr. Wolf in the building with Yoruba proverb. Our proverb today is, whoever is unwilling to suffer loss cannot experience gains. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, baby.
Yep, like sacrificing time to record a podcast. And also we have.
Wahalas in the building, people. What is good in the hood and in Peckham?
Yeah, them viral videos going around where the people go up and ask questions like how many states in the United States
15 minus 30, goddamn how to say ever.
and them things there. If anybody comes up to me with a microphone and for some reason I'm willing to talk to them and they start off with these questions, I'm walking off the back straight.
Because you don't trust yourself.
Nah, they're going to catch me out. Or I'm going to be standing there for long enough, like just now, having to think about it because I don't want to get caught out.
And then the noise
that's
will
gonna,
come.
exactly, that's going to be bad enough. It's like, we asked him such a simple question and he took 20 seconds to answer.
You know they will edit the video and have all them little different things going on
exactly.
in that time period where you're standing there going.
And somebody that's like Stav, that likes to be right as well most of the time. People are going to get it.
Why would you get me?
Because you would like to be right, so people will get you in it.
Yeah, but I wasn't wrong. I just walked off.
Yeah, but if you didn't walk off and you got it wrong, like if you were taking enough time, like even the fact you didn't get it right now, there might be people that's waiting, like rubbing their hands like this black that thinks he's so smart doesn't even know how to spell eyes.
But the thing is, when I watch them things,
Yeah.
a good 50% of them is like, I can see why they made a mistake.
Nah,
There's
some of them are just
There's
terrible,
50% where it's like, come on, man, and there's 50% where it's like that eyes one.
What other questions are there? Can anybody remember?
Alright, there's another one. You know the one about Carol lives 80 miles away. If you were in a car and driving 80 miles an hour, how long would it take you to get to Carol?
Okay.
What's the answer?
I'm walking away.
My God.
I'm walking away.
How can you walk away? This is the question.
I'm walking away.
It's 80 miles away from you and you're driving at 80 miles an hour. How long did it take you to meet Carol? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the week of GCSEs, and I don't think any of these blacks will have passed these GCSEs.
Daddy, can you help me with my maths? Get out of here, son. Go ask your mama. Go ask your mama. I'm busy right now.
Go on. Any more simple?
Get that one first before you start asking for more.
Have you got it yet?
What was you asking me?
Yes.
I'm walking away.
How can you walk away?
Yeah, but have you come back and said, "Oh"?
You must know the answer to that question.
Yeah,
But it's too late to answer.
Oh my gosh! All right. Anyway,
Mr. Wolf knows the answer to the question.
All right, so next one. What does TOP spell?
I know it. Yeah.
No. Go on. You have to do it. You got to work on it.
Okay. It spells top.
Okay. Now say top.
Top.
Now say top twice.
Top.
Now say top 3 times.
Top.
Would you do at green light?
Go.
You got it. No, man, there was other ones like there was. I forgot what questions.
The other one is a monkey, a parrot, and a squirrel race up a coconut tree. Who gets the banana first?
Oh, which part in Ghana are we at?
A monkey,
a parrot, and a squirrel run up a coconut tree. Who gets the banana first?
Running up a coconut tree, ain't they?
Yeah, there you go.
No, there was other ones, man. Like there was proper. Do you know ones I asked you? It's not just necessarily about stuff like this. Like there was questions that they were, and I don't like these ones because they embarrass Nigerians when they did. They'll be like stuff like,
it's not just Nigerians. It's in America as well.
Would you sleep with a man for like 100 years? I would do it.
It's the one where they go and they ask, "What is a gynecologist?"
Oh my god!
And then they say, "Is he somebody who live in Ghana?"
Yeah.
He does the Ghana
and they got
finances.
To don't know how they don't have to speak English, but they don't actually know what the English they're speaking as well. It's poor, but it's funny, but I don't like it.
Yeah, but English is not their first language.
I don't like it.
And I doubt they even have that kind of doctor in Nigeria.
Of course they have a gynecologist.
You sure
they'll call it something else though.
Liberties, man.
Toto doctor.
We're going to call it Toto doctor.
Why can't they just have
or the kini doctor?
A general doctor?
General kini.
They have all doctors.
Kini.
The kini doctor.
This guy sounding like a proper,
Geezer.
Oh, let me ask you a question.
It's noisy.
Let me got those things in Africa.
I've got a couple questions actually.
Get a couple of cans.
This is a question I was gonna put on the on my page, but I didn't. But I'm gonna put it on there now. So anyway, what would you do? I was talking to this about with Only the Brave. Big up Only the Brave. 52 weeks later, check that out by the way. Right? What would you do? Yeah, if you've all got children, right?
Oh no, we're recording this before the boxing, by the way, so there will be no boxing talk, unfortunately.
Wow. Okay, so
I think that's a big deal.
I think many people are gonna record after the boxing, but that's here nor there. But you go to have your baby, you go to the delivery room, and one of your brethren is the doctor that's gonna deliver your baby. Now you get there, and let's say that it's simple, Stav, and simple is Stav, and Mr. Wolf is Wahala. Or it's one of these guys. They're the doctor. Now, you got the choice of having one of your man them deliver your baby or having another doctor deliver your baby. Who do you decide to deliver?
I think that's... Anybody else want to go first?
No, you go.
Well...
There is no way any of you lot is looking at my wife's this thing. I'm thinking the other doctor.
Well, Stavros will just do it himself like he did.
Oh, look at him like he's a cheese.
I'm sorry, but it's true.
No, but you can't do it yourself this time.
But I can, clearly. No, but clearly I've done it before.
Yeah, but this time you can't.
You can't tell me nothing.
This time you can't. This time your hands are infected and you can't touch the woman.
Wait till I get my money.
For those that don't know, Stavros delivered his own daughter.
Yeah, now he fixes...
I don't think
Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman.
they called me Daddy Midwife. All right, I would get somebody else. I'm Simples, you're my boy, and that's why you can't see my girl.
Yeah, it's kind of cut and copy though, isn't it? Really.
So you're not doing it either. You're gonna get our doctor as well.
Yeah, you got.
But your boy's a very, very good doctor. One of the finest in the land.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Brother, I've done it before, man. Trust me.
It's different. Look at this guy.
She's in safe hands.
Jesus. No, I don't. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird. Can you imagine what didn't like conversation around the dinner table would be like? It'd be a bit weird.
Every time he's looking at it, he's like, I've seen it.
Yeah, man. Forget even that, man. It's like you would have seen the poo, you would have seen the piles coming like there and there.
You'd have seen everything.
Yeah, it's not even.
I've seen the flabby pussy.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Seen it.
You've stretched it out, haven't
Oh,
you?
which is like,
That was simple. You stretched this one out.
imagine every time you're at the house. Oh, I'm just gonna pop to the loo. Oh, number one and number two, because I know what your number two's like,
Oh god.
and it stinks.
Oh god.
Damn.
God damn. You really went
So
there.
who's my doctor?
I don't, any one of us.
Oh,
No.
that's another question.
Yeah.
Is there one that you'd be happy with and the rest
Okay,
you wouldn't?
okay, all right. No, don't say that. Say it this way. You have to choose one. That's it. You have to choose one. So whatever happens, you have to choose one of them. Who are you choosing?
Well, first of all, I don't think I would have that much of a problem. I gotta be honest. I just want my baby delivered correctly, and I'd probably pick Wahala.
Yeah, the most accident-prone person in the room.
I don't know why
fully
you said that,
bathed.
boy. I'm confused by that.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I'll deliver the baby quite
No,
well.
if he's a competent doctor that knows what he's doing.
this man can't even walk through his house without
Okay,
falling
no,
over some
let's say he's
shit.
competent. So
Yeah,
what
but-
is it about his personality
Yeah, that's what
outside
I'm
of
saying.
the general competence that we all have?
I think it's
You know,
his.
taking into account that you only know him because you know me. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I think
Take it
it's,
personal.
it's
I do my job as well when I do a job, though.
I don't know. You've got this protection and this thing about dignity over people. I think, and
You see it there.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm
Oh, he's
not.
a bitch. Okay, I
I'll
get
make
it.
a-
I'm not
I'll make
saying
a
that
fine,
other
doctor.
people would make it a conversation topic, but
Stabbled.
I don't know. Let's just say that Simple Simon had a few Goulders, Stars, or Guinnesses. You know, there may be a 0.5% chance it may come up in the conversation.
Stab will tell everyone he delivered your baby, boy.
Oh, he would tell everybody.
Stab will do it. I delivered Mr. Wood's baby yesterday. You know?
And I saw his wife's poontang.
I don't know if he'll say that. But
I
he was
would-
definitely say they delivered your baby.
I don't think anybody would, but I don't know. I just pick.
I've been picked anyway, so I would never thought would have been picked. has
Okay,
been
yeah,
picked.
so you've been picked. So you pick now.
I would pick Stav because he's done it already.
But we're all competent. So let's just.
Okay, then if we're all competent, is that you as simple? Because both of you are very nitpicky.
Do you know what a good question would be? Why wouldn't you pick me?
Why wouldn't I pick you?
Yeah.
Because you're not as nitpicky as the rest of them two.
You mean?
Like they've nitpick. Like if you move something, they're like half OCD.
Oh, okay.
Like if you move something out of the, they'll be like, "Why did you move it?" Did I ever tell you the time when Stav used to catch me? Did I ever tell you about the problems that we used to have when we used to share a room?
Yes, you've cried about this on the podcast before.
And he used to put
Remind
like,
us.
He used to put like a toothpick somewhere, so if the toothpick moved, he'll know that I was on that side
No,
of the
I don't
room.
put anything anywhere.
You used to put things there.
No, I'm telling
you,
you,
used to put things
I
there
am
like a matchstick.
I am telling you that's
And
not the case.
And if it moved,
He would beat me. But being on his side of the room, even though my stuff was on his side of the room. Like my stereo was on his side of the room, you know.
You know what?
I couldn't touch my own stereo.
Before we continue with this, let me speak to all older brothers out there.
Fat shaming.
If you're a few years older than your younger brother in particular, maybe younger sister too, but I haven't been in that situation. I only have an older sister. But I, let's say, was way too harsh with my younger brother, Wahala, when we were younger. We're Nigerian, we have old school values, but I was a child and I didn't have a man's head enough to have any skill in discipline. So I didn't discipline him correctly. I went over the top and I did things that I shouldn't have done. You could almost say it could branch off into bullying. Almost. Because I don't think it is. It was just
with my woes.
just like poor older brothership.
do you
Yeah?
need someone to talk to, bro?
No,
Yes,
to be honest,
yes, he does.
I think-
The point is, up to now, he has not let the mistakes I've made go, which is fine because he's held on to it. There's things that he remembers I just don't remember. There's things he says I did, and it's like, wow, in my older age, why would I have done something like that? But I was a child, and clearly I wasn't thinking straight. So if you're a teenager and you're thinking, or you're doing things to your younger sibling, just know that it can have an effect on them throughout not only their life, but the relationship that you might have in future. So just check that and be careful. I don't know, because at the time, maybe I was 14, 15. If I was listening to a podcast and someone said that, maybe I would be like, oh, you know, I never thought of
The future?
No, I just didn't. I was just over the OTT in it.
You know what my issue is sometimes with the situation though is that I don't know where he got it from because we had the other older brother and an older sister and they never treated stuff like that. So why did I get the brunt of all of this mistreatment?
Because he thought that he was the last, and then you came, and he got jealous.
I don't know them. They didn't. They needed another.
He might have seen something in you that he knew was going to be dangerous in the future. So he was trying to curb it.
Like his Sarah Connor.
Yeah, he tried to curb it. And it didn't work. He still turned into the Hulk. Like he was trying to make you avoid the accident.
No, you know what it is? It's my personality trait. It's the same today. I don't like people touching my stuff, or I'm very, just like you said, I'm very finicky. The reason why you said potentially you might let me deliver your child is the same reason why, you know, we had the issues when we were younger, because I'm very finicky. I'm very leave my stuff alone. So when you was around my stuff, it's like if we didn't stay in the same room, there wasn't any trouble when we were in the same room.
Yes, there was, but it's not as bad as that.
Okay, fair enough.
Because we had already got to the arguments. But I'm now saying simple, and the reason why I'm saying simple is because you just said something that reminded me.
Go ahead.
Because it's not a case of that. I don't think that you wouldn't deliver the baby. I just think you'll deliver the baby 2 hours late. Because you'll be trying to do everything your way. Let me go and put the staple, whatever, nicely in the corner, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you're doing, it'll take you ages before you do it. Probably go toilet for a bit, blah, 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 then come back. So let me just say simple. I think simple will do it just as good as you, but a bit quicker.
All right. Simple, what you got? Take your time, because I got to find a plug.
You joker. This one's difficult.
Ain't nobody gonna let Webs live with their baby.
Oh, yeah.
Give her the first face you see out of the room. Webs.
Wow.
Jesus.
Can you be normal after that though?
I don't know, man.
Can you like
Oh
live?
man. Dun, dun, dun. Devil's son. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, Fortuna.
This is some omen business, bro.
Yeah, trust me.
Here now.
They can't love you again after you let Webster deliver you.
They can't love you again.
Large upwards.
They'll tell you, Daddy, why don't you love me? It's like, what do you mean? You let Uncle Webslinger deliver me. You don't love me.
Oh wow.
His alien hand.
Allow him. Allow him.
Never.
Why?
No, man.
There's no need for that, man. Websy's all right, man.
He'll be very take care-ish. He's a very kind person when it comes to children and stuff like that.
I'll probably pick Wahala.
Oh wow, I've got 2 picks.
Yeah, it's mad. And the reason why I'll pick you is because I think you would try your hardest to do it the way I would want it to be done, which is pretty cool. And that's not a slight at Mr. Wolf. The reason why I wouldn't have Mr. Wolf do it is because I could see him licking his lips on accident whilst in view of the punani, and it will
that
upset
vision
me.
will never leave your head.
It will never leave my head, and it will upset me.
He will assess it as well.
That is so wrong, man.
He'll be the type of person that will, not in a bad way, say to you,
If
your
I'm
woman's got a nice vagina, you know that, innit?
if I'm licking my lips, it's because they're
It's really
dry.
nice.
And
It's a nice one.
And he'll be like,
Dry.
look, I've been doing this a long time. I've been delivering babies for a long time. That is a beautiful entrance into the world. Your woman has a beautiful entrance into the world. Your child is lucky.
And exit.
As a father, you need to do everything that you can.
Entrance and exit.
He'll be like, as a father, this delivery was swift and kind.
Yes. God is on your side.
All right. Stavros would probably pick Mr. Wolf.
Why?
I just feel he's very particular with how he does things.
Oh yeah, it's true.
So,
He'll bath
that's it.
before he does it as well. He'll wash. I'm
Yeah,
glad to go out
he'll
and
have
wash.
clean hands when he does it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
for
glad
damn
to
sure.
go out and
He'll
wash.
bath, he'll wash his hands, he'll bless his fingers as well.
So I'm winning 2 to everyone's one.
That's true, actually. Wahala's the one that will probably not have the clean hands.
What do you mean I wash my hand? I use antiseptic everything.
What, scratching your grayscale?
Oh.
You know what? My sister said to me the other day. She said to me, "Why did that man say you got grayscale like that? That's rude." And you know, actually, somebody big up Ronke, because she actually said she was gonna send me skin product because she didn't like the fact you lot were telling me about my grayscale. So big her up.
I'm not even trying to say anything about Ronke. Send it to, please, I beg you. do it for the culture.
No, she said she's gonna send it to me, and I'm appreciative. In fact, when I'm gonna find the name of it, I think it's Ben and Co.
Yeah, it's Ben and Co. Yeah.
Ben and Co. Products. So if I do get my Ben and Co, thank you very much. No, Emmy and Ben. What do you mean
Emmy and
Co?
Ben. Who cares about Ben and Co?
I don't know how I put Ben and Co. I know Ben was there. Emmy and Ben.
Emmy
Yes.
and Ben. Okay.
Yeah. So
How you spell Emmy?
EMI.
Okay.
And it's a natural skincare company, and specialized in body butters and they're handmade with unrefined shea butter. So
Okay.
big them up.
I hear that moringa helps clear all them kind of things.
Which one's moringa?
Moringa oil.
I never heard of it.
Yeah,
You know what moringa is?
Yeah.
Moringa is supposed to be the miracle tree. For those that don't know, it's a plant that's come from South America and Africa and Indian and India.
Indian hemp.
And it has
Everywhere white people aren't.
well, it has apparently it's got 1,000 elements.
1,000 what?
Elements?
Elements?
Hey, that way you
Elements?
got problems, bruv.
Yeah, somebody just put the mic to him and said, "What's an element?"
My elements.
Well, clearly it's a tree.
I'm still want to know whether they knows how to get the 80 biotics first.
Yeah, 1,000. Well, it relieves 1,000 problems that you have,
okay.
including cancer and all them
Alleviates
kind
1,000 problems.
of- Yes.
Who was that dude that said he had the cure for cancer? He died recently. But
Dr. Sebi.
I know somebody that's following his diet thing. He said it's doing quite well for them.
Yeah, but a lot of natural herbs have been known. A lot of natural things have been known to cure cancer.
Yeah, of course.
did you believe this dude?
Yes.
I don't know.
You know what? I kind of did, you know.
I did.
I kind of did.
He went to court as well. They took him to court, and they said bring some of your patients, and I think over 100 people came to be a witness.
I with these kind of things, obviously you never met him face to face, or I haven't met him face to face, but I kind of I want them to be charlatans most of the time, so I can have a little laugh. Do you know what I mean? And I watched his stuff, like his videos, his interviews, and all them kind of things. And the thing that sold it on me was he wasn't one of them people that was claiming to be some great academic or what have you. He was telling.
So he's not Dr. Umar Johnson.
He's not Dr. Umar Johnson. He basically says to you, he really, burn! That's a burn! And you know what I'm saying? He didn't finish school, basically, and his abilities and his knowledge about the stuff comes from the way we used to learn, which was by experimentation. You get what I'm saying to you?
He's dead now, isn't
But he's dead now, though.
Well,
what?
I don't know what he died of.
he? Obviously,
I
he
can
clearly
I
ain't
can
do that.
understand why they wouldn't want his products or for his methods to be out there.
I don't think people understand, or a lot of people, or the general public don't know how big pharmaceutical is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's massive.
I know
Oh
how big it
my days!
And
Well,
you don't
you
want
know-
me to get started with all the conspiracy.
Oh, you know what? You might
business.
as well drop.
This one I'll- this one I'll jump in.
Segue.
Mm-hmm.
Johnson & Johnson. Baby
Yes.
powder.
Yeah.
Segue.
Yeah, it's true. He's right, though. He's right. Johnson & Johnson, they just lost a big lawsuit, didn't they?
Johnson & Johnson, the baby company or the baby powder company also do lots of products. For,
I
for
can see one
babies.
right in front of my face.
Which one is it?
The cotton buds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyway, basically,
21 years of selling Johnson & Johnson.
they have been sued by 6 individuals recently in the States for combined, and they've lost. I'll tell you the money first, and then I'll tell you the situation. The last person, number 6, got $417 million. One woman.
I hope
Payout.
they're black, you know, because Johnson & Johnson make cottons.
To be honest, they were putting powder on their female regions for
prosperity.
no, for what do you call it? for clean reasons to
Keep it
clean
cleanliness.
themselves.
For reasons
Yeah.
of cleanliness.
That does lead me to go down a certain
Hey,
direction.
lady. Powder the vajayjay.
Anyway, basically,
For prosperity.
sex level.
Wouldn't he dry out the pussy though?
It would, you know,
He'll soak it up in it.
it stops it sweating.
stops it from
Yeah.
sweating.
Yeah, but then what is soak up all of the like? Don't you then have to put a bit of spit on it?
You see, you have to soak
No.
up all of the juice.
No. What? This is sex level now.
But the thing is,
I'm just saying it.
Sex level
back
2.
in when I was with my parents,
Yeah.
this is what we did. We had a powder puff
Around your neck, innit?
and underarm, nether regions.
A lot of
After
people
you
use
bath?
it for their children with nappies.
Yeah, but we had the mentholated. I don't know what we was doing in our life, boy. It was the mentholated one that shit burned the hell out of you, boy.
Burning you.
blazing you.
Anyway, can I explain this
Yeah, go
situation? So they've been sued. All right, the previous 5, number 6, they got 500 and something million combined.
How they got this money? How they got this money?
So each, let's say it rounds out to about the first 5 got about 100 and something million each, and then number 6 got $417 million.
And that's still not as much as that one of the lottery this week. Jesus Christ.
Which lottery? The American Super
Yeah.
Jackpot. Okay.
700 and something.
It was 578 million.
No. That's
700.
English
Oh,
money.
756. Yeah.
Sorry, stuff, guys. Sorry.
This is what my sister was talking about.
Apparently we cut him up. Or I cut him up.
No, it wasn't just me. She said you just cut people off.
Oh, better for you. Speak up in it.
Where was that? Yeah, so Johnson & Johnson baby powder, if you use it as a female on your private parts, it has this thing where basically it can lead via a link, a series of events to ovarian cancer.
Yeah, it's
So-
the inflammation, isn't it?
Yeah, so the powder, maybe like it says, dries it out. For some reason, it kind of, I don't know if it puffs up your skin in that area. And then puffy skin. Puffy is not the medical term. I can't remember exactly what it is.
Pum pum fatty.
But if you have a P. Diddy skin, yeah, then that is more prone to ovarian cancer. So it doesn't directly link to it, but it leads to the occurrence where it may, it increases the chance of ovarian cancer.
Johnson
And
knew the risk.
They knew about this risk, and they don't put it on their products.
Did the rest of the powders put it on their products then?
I don't know.
That's a good question, because I guess because powder is powder, isn't it?
Yeah, because there's several other powders. I was wondering if they do all the rest of them.
But
Maybe
I don't
they
know,
got
because
their
you
own
can-
different ingredient. I don't know.
Yeah, because they put extra stuff in there. Because my missus used to make anyway, like homemade powder basically, and she didn't like the scent. She said it was scentless. It was whatever, something else as well. So it was as pure as you can get.
What is
So the-
powder made of, bro?
He said, my missus made pure powder.
Innit? I was like cocaine out there, man.
This is what I'm thinking.
Whip it real hard. Whip it real hard.
Cut it.
Cut it in it. So she's out there whipping work.
Innit? Whipping his sturgeon. I'm thinking, bro, boy.
Got the face of a geisha.
So,
That's what I'm saying.
are we,
Yes. White face.
how many more lawsuits do they have pending?
I don't know.
It was in the article that you sent.
Yeah, there were.
There's over 1,000, I think.
I want to put
Yeah,
one in
it
there.
was.
Why
It
not,
was
man?
over. It was 4. It was around 4,000.
So if we're breaking up that money, 100 million each, let's say like that, or averaging it out between the 6 people, they got 900 odd million. I can't do the math, but it's like 170 odd million each, something like that.
Mm.
If each of those 5,000, let's cut it in half and say half. You said 4 or 5,000.
It's 4,000.
So let's say about 2,000. Your times in 2,000 by 170 million.
Chump change.
They can afford that.
Chump.
I don't know
You
how
forget
big
how
a company
you
is.
might-
You
get to the
forget
point-
how long Johnson & Johnson's been slinging.
Them slave time. Anyway, you know what?
Yes, from slave time they've been slinging.
Do you know what?
They
That
came
cotton.
up. They came up off cotton. Trust me.
Do you know what came into my head? Now?
Chump change. Believe.
Right, so we're saying it's like we're giving a value now to diseases.
We
So
are.
for cancer you get 100, for herpes you get 1.1. Is that what we're saying now? Like,
Yeah.
No, one of them, the court said you have to pay this, and in the other one it was settled outside of court. So she took the settlement for 1.1.
So it's
So
not. It's no longer what's a dollar worth. It's what's your ailments worth.
Isn't it? Your ailments.
Trust me.
1,000 ailments, yeah.
Well, which one would you rather have, herpes or cancer?
Herpes, man.
Damn.
Well, there you go. So
Well, I don't cancer.
if somebody said I'm going to give you 400 million in cancer or 1.1 million in herpes, which one would you take?
which cancer is it? Is it one
It's
that I
a-
can get
Of the
get
bowls, of
fucked
the bowls.
It's a fucked up question. I
You-
don't even want to.
There's one that you can get removed, and he's going to allow me to live my life for the rest of my life. It may be something.
Are you
like
really
this.
considering this
No,
for money?
no, I'm not.
I'm thinking,
He is.
Is it
bro.
that
You ask
deep?
the question. You know, I'm so used to answering questions now. You ask me this answer. I don't know, but no, I wouldn't. I'm not taking the herpes, and I'm not taking the cancer.
which country are you going to where people are saying, give me that cancer?
Somebody,
Then
there are
poor
people.
people. Then poor people will
Yeah,
take that money.
there's people that are they're just getting them. I was reading about it the other day that people are out there that's getting themselves HIVs because it gives them a better medical thing, and because they're living on the streets, they're not getting any food, so they're actually getting HIV to allow themselves to have a better.
Can you imagine?
Like, I don't know where it was.
I can imagine. Yes.
I
It's
can
crazy.
imagine it. I mean, just imagine that you come from a generation of poverty, and you are looking to sacrifice yourself for the sake of your children and your family. So you'll take the cancer and know that everybody in your family generations are gonna be set.
Oh, you know what? Actually, speaking on this, just recently I was watching a clip from Breaking Bad.
Bad.
Have you all seen Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
All of us.
All right.
Mr. White, yo.
Damn, Mr. White.
And
Bitch.
Heisenberg.
I skimmed through a couple of days ago, just the last season, or the last few episodes of the last season, and I realized that, because I always remembered that I didn't like the wife.
Oh yeah.
Nobody likes the wife.
No one
man.
Yeah. But the son was a bitch as well.
Oh my god, the disabled one.
Yeah.
I wanted to punch him in the face.
So,
Punch
I wanted to punch him.
disabled
The boy is, yeah, why not? But is it right? No, on a level, if the disabled boy is, look, listen, I'm equal rights out here, yeah, for certain things. And if you're taking a piss out of me because your one of your leg is mashed, I won't kick you in the leg in it, but I'll punch you in the face. Why are you so upset?
he had multiple sclerosis, isn't it? Or something
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
why are you so upset?
He was a cocky fucker.
No,
though, still.
I did not like his family. This is when I thought, boy, maybe we're a bit psycho, because I know that I was happy with Mr. White being, whatever he was, for people that haven't seen it before, not necessarily the nicest person in the world. And
Gustavo.
I hate the family. That was a clip I saw that made me go back to it. I hate the family. I'm thinking, if all right, let's put ourselves in this situation. Now, I'm not gonna spoil the program, but the general consensus, I'm gonna spell it out. So if you haven't seen the program before and you've never even heard the idea of it,
And you don't want spoilers.
yeah, then just close your eyes for about eyes.
Close your
For
eyes.
about, yes, for about 20 seconds.
EYES.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You guys are in that situation where you have a life-threatening disease and you've decided to sling some drugs to set your family up for whatever. It's got to the point now where after a couple of years you've made some decent change, but along the way you have murked a couple, or you have facilitated getting rid of some competition who weren't good people, but they were in your way. They were stopping you from making this moolah, and you had to get rid of them. Your wife and your children or whatever found out. Are you expecting them to be understanding, or if they acted like the wife did on Breaking Bad, would you be? I get it. Basically, the wife on Breaking Bad was she didn't appreciate it. She didn't like it. They refused the money. All of that stuff.
I can understand why his wife was like that, but I didn't like it. The story was kind of, where you kind of felt for the man, innit? You felt for his story, and he was like the good guy gone bad kind of thing, but still a good guy. The family dynamics, I can see why the woman that he chose to be his wife was kind of a bit.
It reminds me of something else, but we can't talk about that because you ain't watched it.
All right, so I'm gonna go in on this one. I think she's a bad wife.
Wow. Speak on it.
Well, you said "Till Death Do Us Part." You put vows on it, yeah? You're supposed to ride to the end.
Well, even if he's doing illegal things?
You got to ride to the end.
That's
your husband, mate.
What if he's but he's murking people?
That's your husband.
Wow. So if your husband's a rapist,
why is he doing it? He's not doing it for fun.
No, but he's a rapist.
No, but wait, hang on. This is what I'm saying.
Don't change the subject until we finish with this
Exactly.
thing.
He's not doing it for fun.
He always puts a rape in there. Like, what's wrong with you? Because there's no answer for that one, innit? Like, we all agree with you, man.
Exactly. So anyway,
So the reason why he's doing it, he's not doing it for fun. He's not doing it because
at some point he started doing it for fun.
He's not doing it because it's entertainment. He's doing it because he's trying to look after the family.
At some point, it became a thing where he liked it.
Yeah, but that's we're not talking about that, are we? We're talking about why he's doing it. He started off. The reason why he was doing it was that when they found out, he hadn't started liking it yet. So, like,
but when she found out, he was already liking it.
I can't.
Yeah.
remember.
Okay. All right.
He was.
It was getting in there, but the point is, he's doing it for them. So she's supposed to ride to the end. So she's bad wife material.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if that's the reason why I disliked her, but she's got a right to be upset because in her.
I'm not saying she doesn't have a right to be upset. I'm saying.
Oh, by the way,
you got a ride.
Remember, you've hid this from her, so you've lied.
No.
If
She can be upset. She can be upset.
No,
Like, she
I'm
still has to ride.
No, I don't know. For me, it's like this, innit? All your life, the person that you married was not this person, right? So you've now decided that you're gonna go from being a teacher, which is what he was, to being the man on the road, innit? Doing these types of things, doing the bits, as they like to call it, yeah, right? Well, I understand you're right to the very end, but no. When I married you on this premise of the person that you are and the character that you are. Suddenly, because something's happened to you, your character has completely changed into something that I would not approach at all. So I can get why she can be upset, and I can get why she says, you know what, I'm not involved with that.
I understand.
But she was still annoying, and the child still could have got punched in the face. That's my personal opinion.
Did you call her an annoying?
An annoying.
The child disowned the dad, by the way.
I don't know.
Yeah, but why did he disown the dad? Partly because of the effect that it had on his mum.
What's the mum? Didn't the mum cheat as well? That's why I would have got mad. I'm sure she had an affair.
No, I think you're mixing up programs.
No, I think she had an affair still.
Nah,
I can't remember.
I think she did.
Nah.
I think she did.
I think you're mixing up things.
Anyway, either way, man.
Man's got all kinds of programs in here at the moment.
Nah, man. I think she did.
Nah, she didn't, bro.
I think she did.
Okay, well, 2 people are telling you no. I don't remember, and I don't care.
Man's been watching
I don't think
That's
that
that
she,
fool.
Insecure and everything. Go on. Sorry, go on.
my wife. I can understand the lying part more than the drug dealing. More than
you,
the
Mr.
drug
Truth.
dealing
Yeah,
part.
that's what I'm
yes,
saying. It's a
because
deception.
I've told my wife I would never lie to her. I told everyone I would never lie to them. So for that reason, she can get upset with me. You broke that promise. You said you would lie. You would never deceive me. You would never lie to me. You would never hide anything from me. But the selling drugs part to provide for you, you better just deal with that. But
Oh,
this
wow.
is the thing. My wife, my actual wife, not hypothetical. I'm sure she said if she caught me doing something silly, she'd be the type of person to dub me into the police.
Good.
Should kick out the window. Nah, man, because it's come up before where we're just watching a program generally, and you see somebody doing a crime, and I was like, "Well, it's blah blah blah." If I did, and she was like, "I'm not dealing with you, but I'm gone, or I'd shot you in myself." I was like, "What?
Yeah, because you don't want to deal with criminal.
What kind of? You're my wife."
Yeah, but you have to have a did this.
No,
talk about it
I
first,
would never dub in my wife. My wife would have to do something to my family.
And neither did she.
Yeah, but you won't double him because you probably end up killing her the way that you always threatened
No,
to kill.
unless my wife does something to my family, like she tries to harm my daughter or something like that, then that's the only time where I can say the police can get involved. But if she's doing an outside crime,
So she's murdering everyone. She's going around
yes,
murdering.
she can go around murder people. I'm not. She's my wife.
Wow.
Is she gonna murder me?
Wow. So do you sacrifice her then?
What do you mean?
Like, do you do something to stop the murdering?
Heartache and
What, like,
pain.
yeah, if I believe I can stop her somehow. If my wife is some sort of secret murderer, I doubt there's anything I could do to stop her.
Imagine.
Anyways,
She goes
But
murder people in the day, comes back out, makes 10K in the night. Like, how did that work?
they go hand in hand. Anyways,
It was-
Oh, wow.
What was that program though? I didn't watch it. Is it Dexter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bad boy
Was Dexter
program,
good?
bruv.
I never watched
Bad.
that.
Dexter was alright. I watched all of it within like the whole.
But it's-
I did it just like I did. What's this program that you guys is all talking about?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Power.
I just before it ended, and same with Breaking Bad. Actually, I watched the whole thing during the last like 4 episodes of the season, and caught up with everybody else after
But you-
about.
Well,
a
you
week.
keep on
But
saying that you have no time for
But
these
it's
things.
very right in what you're
that's
saying.
back in the day.
It's very right in what you're saying. It is like that because obviously he's day to day working guy,
Dexter, yeah.
but he just smacks people.
But he only killed people that he felt deserved it.
No, and he didn't.
Yeah,
No, there's times that he killed that went against the code.
Yeah, not often. But
Not
anyways, if it was my wife, her life is more important than whoever she's killing.
Wow.
In my life.
Wow. It's not though, is it?
So for me, it is
Yeah,
because
for you,
I
fair
don't care
enough,
about
fair
I don't care about all these other
Fair
people.
enough, fair enough.
I mean, I don't want them dead, but
It's a deep thing.
I don't
you
want my wife in jail. It's not even that deep.
How can it not be that deep? Your wife is killing people on the
Yeah,
street.
her killing people is the deep thing. Me not sending her to the police is not deep.
I'm not saying about sending it to the police.
Well, what would you do?
I don't know what I'll do, man.
What if your wife
I'll
is
tell her mum.
killing people?
I'll tell her, mommy. I thought I was killing somebody. I don't know what to do again. Babalawo time, boy. Straight. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Rob Garlic.
Hold on. Are we saying
Rob Garlic on the
murder
foot
here?
bottom.
Yeah, we're saying that your wife is out there shotting,
Mr. Wolf,
shooting,
you
shotting
really
or
don't listen.
shotting or murdering?
It's
I'm
murdering.
just clarifying, man.
murdering. She murdering people.
Murder you.
That's deep, man.
She's doing that. Lucifer.
I don't know why he has to take it so far all the time.
Because you
man.
always
There's
okay.
no like
okay,
middle ground
she's-
of you.
Okay,
It's rape and
okay,
murder.
okay. She's okay. She's doing robbery then. Robbery. Every time we come in the house, there's a new thing she's robbed from somebody.
What are you talking about? Some shoplifting?
I'm talking about gun butting
or
and
proper.
gun butting in the back of the head. Okay, let's say she
Ocean's
robs a granny.
11. Like
Let's say she
Ocean-
robs grannies.
Well, come on, man. That's bad. But if it's an Ocean's
you
11
imagine?
type thing, then
Robert
where?
Granny's almost sounded worse to
Than
me
the
than
murder.
killing.
The murdering.
You're like, you damn
But if
bitch.
it's an Ocean's 11 type thing and she's part of the gang, I'm saying
No, we're not
bring
talking
that paper home,
We're not
baby.
talking about robbing the people that's corrupt. We're talking about robbing people that go to Tesco and work 8 hours a day to earn their money, to go home, to look at their wives, wish they were somebody else, and sleep. Those man there.
How can you rob grannies, man? Come on, man. That's
But that's your wife, Dad.
Yeah, are you gonna send her to the police or no?
maybe a clothesline first.
He's taking her out, you know.
So you're getting into that domestic violence before you jump her in.
Why are you flipping hurting old people for?
He's doing it for the culture.
You know, my thing is that there's two vulnerable people on earth, the old and the young. If you're harming any one of them, man, then I'm not involved.
Boy,
Fuck that.
why is I running out robbing grannies, boy?
You get me?
Very, very deep.
Can I ask you about something?
Go on.
It's one of them stupid ones.
Oh, has it got anything to do with chickens and pussy?
Nah. This was different.
Because
Yeah.
chickens and pussy was
Right.
mad.
Rape and murder's not included, though.
No, don't rape and murder unless it's your style.
Oh God!
Right, but anyway, right. So I was on Facebook today, and I was on a certain person's page. Big up Omi Fesson, yeah. Right, and she's got like a poster like meme type thing, and it says Jedi in the streets, Sith in the sheets, yeah. Sith in the sheets,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So then I don't know why, but it came to me. I started thinking about all of these things that could go down if you're a Sith or a Jedi.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, imagine if you had the power of the Sith, of the Force. Do you know they got the power of the Force?
Yeah.
Can you imagine giving a woman a nice choke without having to touch her? Your vagina is mine. Just give me that choke.
How about for the man there that ain't watched Star Wars?
What the man them ain't watch no Star Wars. I don't care about them man there.
That film's been out since the 80s.
And
Since before the 80s.
I must have said to them, look,
I ain't
listen.
watched Star Wars.
Nice
You haven't
and
watched
simple,
Star? You haven't watched Star Wars?
Or in Star Wars, they've got something called the Force. You know about the Force, yeah?
The Force be with you.
Yeah, so they can move things, they can do stuff. And basically, people like Darth Vader will choke you without touching you. So basically, they'll put their hand up to your throat like this. You can't see, but I'm putting my hand near Mr. Wolf's throat of this, and it will start choking you, basically.
He's doing it sexually.
Bruv, how can you not have seen Star Wars? You went to school with Gandhi. Come on, man.
I watched it as an adult, man.
My brother
well.
was into it hard. Do you know what? There's enough films out there that certain men haven't watched.
No,
I haven't watched Star Wars.
but come on, Star Wars.
You know what?
Everybody's got their films that
Yeah.
are big, massive films that they just haven't
I
seen.
haven't. I've seen Star Wars 1 and 2. I've seen like
I haven't watched
bits and
Titanic.
parts. You know, I've seen the ending or the beginning, the last half hour, the beginning or the first half hour, but I've never watched it all the way through.
You know the Force, though, yeah?
I know the.
That's the most important figure.
Luke
about
Skywalker
this
and
thing.
them man there and
Because I'm saying Yoda,
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
the reason why he used, because Yoda used a stick, I think he was banging. I think Yoda was banging to the point where he couldn't walk again.
Are you trying to say that the stick was like a dildo?
It could be.
Hang on.
I'm saying that Yoda
It was like-
was speaking pigeon to chicks outside of the road, because we know Yoda speaks pigeon. That's what we've been saying from day dot. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. Yes, big up big pigeon BBC,
It wasn't
by the
Yoda
way.
a little tiny thing?
He was a green thing, but he's like an uncle. Or he's not even like an uncle, he's like a baba. He's even getting to the level of baba. But he speaks pigeon.
See,
Right?
What the girl them love him.
He's like one of the most powerful of them all, innit? So he don't do nothing but use the Force, basically.
See.
But is it alright? Is it legit? Can you use the Force in the text though?
Why not?
In sex.
If you had special powers, would you use
If
them?
you
Yeah.
had the Force and you didn't use it during the sex, you're a disgrace.
You'll be using.
How would you use the Force? How would you use the Force during sex?
Well, how do you think Superman is banging then? Do you think that he uses it?
I don't think Superman can bang properly. Because he has to hold back on everything. Or you'll snap the shit out of Lois Lane.
It's
Because Lois
true.
Lane ain't got no superpowers.
It's true.
Yeah, but he knows how to
He would
manage.
ruin that pussy, bruv.
He knows how to manage it. He knows how to manage the sex.
What? Imagine if he busts and he lost control and then he uses laser eye on her. Imagine a man was panting and he used the ice breath on her by accident. Suddenly she's got icicle on her face.
Yeah, but this is
He has to hold back. He
these
can't
men
bust.
know how to use their
Superman
power.
cannot bust nut, bruv.
And that's use
Superman,
their power.
if Superman busts nut, she is flying to the next room.
Flying to the next room. She would be still there. It would go straight through her.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Any alien business.
Man bust nut on her, he'd probably do like a razor and cut her in half. He can't bust on her face.
He'll
Lois.
probably burn her or something.
Yes, listeners, you have the vision
Yes,
of
the-
Superman busting that.
Oh.
On Lois Lane's face.
Oh.
There's something wrong with you, bro.
Lois. Truth, justice, and the American way.
I was watching Superman the other day, man. The one with Richard Pryor.
The one where you turn crazy and turn.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Wicked
did
Superman.
you ever? Was you ever on ESN? You must have been on ESN them times when Stav went on ESN as a rampage and was pretending to be what he called Kente. What did he call him? Kente Superman.
I can't even remember.
It was
man, but
Su-
no,
Kent-
Ghanaian Superman. Kente Stav, Ghanaian Superman.
And he was the evil Superman.
What, a Superman with the Kente club?
But who who'd win it out fight? Yeah, out of drunk Superman, because Superman was drunk in that, and drunk Phil Mitchell.
I'm sorry, Phil.
Because drunk Phil Mitchell was a G, man.
Ask Ian, man. Ask Ian Bill over it, man.
Drunk Phil Mitchell was a G.
You know,
Proper crackhead.
I was speaking to my sister's children, and they hadn't seen that original Superman with Christopher Reeve. Big up Christopher Reeve. And it's like these children are missing. They're never gonna watch this, and if they watch it, they're gonna say this is rubbish.
Well,
yes.
bro, you can see the string now. If you watch it, you can actually see the string. Man is flying, and you can see the string.
It's true though. It is true.
Come on, bro.
Listen, the original Superman. They're not gonna be. They're not actually gonna.
They won't.
Yeah.
They won't. Christopher Reeve.
You got me. Who's got you?
Yeah.
That was Lois Lane after she got saved by Superman. Oh my days! Come on.
Lois Lane was annoying. I think Superman
not that one,
you know?
because she would spark him.
I think Superman would have had a black woman. I don't think he would have a white woman in real life.
If he had a black woman, she'd have known.
I think that Superman would have. Yeah, I think Superman would have.
Should have known.
You know how rich white men like black women because they hold it down. I think if Superman was alive today, he would have a black woman. I don't think he would have a white woman.
Yeah, but he wasn't really rich though.
I don't think he would have Kim Kardashian.
He
No,
was
but
just
he
like
has
a working class man.
he needs somebody that's gonna back it.
So
and black women back the thing.
It's like Tasha St. Patrick's.
Yeah, no, she's a waste that one there, man.
She'd be sleeping with everybody.
Yeah,
Who's that?
That one was she's
Power.
from Power. But I think you would have a black woman, and I think she would probably spark out Lex Luthor and all them things there. I think because I don't think a man from Krypton can go home and eat pie and mash. I don't think it's gonna happen, bruv. I think he needs that pounded yam to enter.
So you're saying that you can't enter though? You just said he
No,
can't.
I mean to do what he's doing, innit? To get over his normal day. Yes, but does Superman eat? I forgot if he even eat or not.
I don't know if he has to.
You never saw him eat really, except for in that cafe, innit?
Yeah. Then the woman would know straight away because that would cause bare drama in the house. You can't go to a black woman's house not eat her food.
It's true. It's true.
You're not eating.
And you know they should keep kryptonite just behind the bed, Rago, boy.
Just in case, innit?
A black woman would keep kryptonite.
And use it, boy.
Yeah, she'd have it in a
you bitch, yo.
a safe somewhere.
She'll have it as a spray, or
just in
something,
case.
innit?
Just in case.
You know,
I mean,
spray it at him. And shit.
for bumbo lad fool. Take this.
While he's sleeping, she'll just drop it on his leg.
Can I just do a quick synopsis of the last 45 to 50 minutes of? We have spoken that murder is possibly better than
Robbing grannies.
Than robbing grannies.
Oh.
We've cancer versus herpes. We've talked about Superman busting and doing whatever Superman does. It's quite a mad thing, you know. It's quite a mad thing.
Oh, we went there. This is how the conversation was going.
All right, then. Okay. I want to slow things down a little bit and say the day after this podcast is released is my anniversary with my wife, my wedding anniversary.
Hey.
So I love you, babes. Thank you, anniversary. Thank you, anniversary.
Okay, you're thanking her, boy.
Yes.
You're
thank you for staying with me for those 2 long years. It's been a long time, hard work.
How long have you been together in total?
Over 6 years.
It's been a long time.
Isn't it?
You know, I had a point, and I can't even remember what it is. I think I wanted to talk about manhood and what it is to be like a good husband.
Well, you're the only one here married.
A good partner, man. Because I call you, I call your women wives. I don't call them your girlfriend anymore or fiance. I just call them wives. Once you got to a certain stature, for me, anyways, I called my wife way before we got married. She was just wife.
It's true.
And there was no change between the marriage and the fiancéship and the relationship. This is what I wanted to say. Okay, I remember now. I'm sorry. All right. So yeah, she can listen to this now. Today I went out with my daughter. We went roaming around. We have 2 anniversaries because we had the native
proper wedding,
traditional engagement, African style.
The correct wedding.
It was a bit of a mix of Ghanaian and Nigerian. We had that 8 days before we had the white wedding, which we actually signed the certificate.
The Oyibo wedding.
The license. So we have 2. So last week I bought a couple of things. We're a bit brassic, to be honest with you. So she's like, I don't need all this stuff. But one of them she didn't like. And I took it back. You all right there, mate?
Yeah.
Get a couple of cans in.
Well, go on,
Man just banged his knee.
Where you got the blood clot, man?
And so I took something back and I got her some gifts very last minute for our white wedding anniversary. But then this is the thing. what do you get the woman who has everything?
Penis.
Does she have everything though?
I'm trying to, outside of holidays, which she would love to go more on, and a house, which she would like to have a bigger one, I do not know what I can do for my missus anymore. It's
In
like
your
This
bracket,
ain't, this ain't the first time.
it's your
you've
racket,
come with
basically.
this,
the,
innit?
the gifts I have to get her now are so boxed. What I got her for her anniversary, I'm not going to put it out there because it's actually, it still comes out the day before the anniversary. She might hear it. It's so bog standard because I've got this. We went on our first holiday after 4 months. I took her on holiday after 4 months. And, you know,
Floss on them.
no, it's not.
Floss on them, baby.
Listen,
Floss on them.
I've got this woman rings like for the dowry for our anniversary for the wedding. I spent thousands and thousands and thousands on jewelry, on clothes, on a sheep that, you know, rats and dogs and everything. Give them to the Ghanaians. She had loads of. I mean, I can't think of what I've taken on. Maybe she's been to like 7 different countries since we've been together.
He's flossing on them, though. Big Stav is actually flossing on them.
Tell me what
She hadn't been to Nano's before I took her abroad. Floss on them.
I have showed her when it comes to there's restaurants and type of things. That she listen, man, she was living basic before I came along.
Wow.
No, I'm talking the men that were
No,
that were
you're
there before
saying
me. I'm saying the men that were there before me.
extra value versus the best. Taste the difference. Is that what you're trying to say?
I am that Whole Foods goodness.
Oh wow.
And she was dealing with Lidl basics.
Oh my God.
Listen, any man, this is the ego thing coming out again. And I think even you men can at least, whether you can at least accept this. When I come onto the scene, whatever man was there before, you realize was waste.
Bang da da dang.
In it,
Is it-
I arrived.
And
I think that's the case with all of us. You know?
because
I don't know, man.
The same thing.
I don't ask them about what their past was doing, but their past might have been good for them.
Listen, man. When I'm telling, okay, so
Really not good
she was
enough.
with people before me. Anyone ever take on holiday?
I don't know. Maybe
Anyone
they-
ever?
I don't know.
No one's ever done that for you, man. What have they done?
Wow.
What have they,
I
listen,
don't know if you want to put this out on your anniversary. Now. I don't know if you're gonna get to the third year the way you're going on, bro.
it's true, you know. Yeah, I'm sorry. But I always say, all my exes, they're never gonna find nobody as good as me, are they?
Wow.
And I was broke with
My
them
dear
too.
friends,
And I
It's
still,
ego, fam.
It's
No,
funny. I was actually sorry to interject. I was talking to a good friend of mine just the other day, and he was speaking about one of his exes, an ex of I think about 5 years now. She had left the country and recently come back to the point that her family members contacted him to say, "Look, she's back in town. What's the chances of you two getting back together?"
wow.
Yeah. And she and him had spoken just, because she was back in town and what have you. And she says that unless I find a man good or better than you, I don't think I'm going to be able to find another man. And he set the bar so high. Not in terms of, for me, well, what he said, it wasn't really about buying things. It was just him as a man. And I think that most of us are like that anyway. When you were kind of disagreeing that you don't know about the past, I'm saying that your charisma and the way that we are, our personality, our greatness, I think it is similar to what Stav is saying.
That's a segue to your question. by the
But
way.
yeah,
of course
but
it is.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Lovely segue.
It's a lovely segue. The question will be, can you purchase? Oh no, can you teach charisma?
One
Yes.
time.
But we'll get to that because let's continue with this thing about, well, for one, what do you buy as a woman that you got everything, and then for two,
No, you want me to speak on it when I'll speak on it when you're finished.
go on then, go.
Because again, this is the thing about with mans, yeah, innit?
Here we go.
The thing about with mans, right? When you've got
Hold on.
hold on.
Women, get ready for the lecture by Wahala.
When you've got a woman, everything you can buy her, it no longer becomes about the purchase.
That's right.
It becomes about the bespokeness of the purchase or what you're
Okay.
doing. So what you would now do, instead of you buying her things, you will personalize the things that you're getting her.
Okay.
I've been there, done that, but
No, but you're saying buying. So
Yeah.
I'm not talking about you again. So if somebody's got everything, it becomes now a case of you don't go for the extravagant, you go for the minimal, but personalized. You understand what I mean? So you go back to the root of stuff. So instead of you buying her something, maybe what you'd do is you would write a poem or something like that.
Yeah, she has that.
Oh,
I'm a writer, innit? So she gets poems all the time.
yeah, but when you write the poem and then you find a way to distribute it in a way. So maybe if you got a little bit of money, you'd put it so maybe one day you're in the cinema, you go to watch the cinema, and then you pop up on the screen and you're reading the poem from the screen. Something like that. Something personal, bespoke for your woman.
I like that idea, but you know my wife. Why did you just waste your money doing that?
Yeah, but I'm saying if you got the way that we're talking now is like you've got unlimited money. Because as far as I'm concerned, you haven't got everything. You've got whatever you can get in your price range, right?
No. You know me. I go out my way to just. I'm not talking about. What?
Have you got her a boat?
No, I'm not. No. I'm not disagreeing with that. I've out of my price range. I cannot afford to buy her a yacht, or like I even said, a massive house. So no, I haven't been able to get her that. So I started off with that premise. Outside of these massive purchases, I've got her everything I can get her. But what I'm saying is that I've done things bespoke also. So when it comes to writing stories or poetry, I've done that. When it comes to just individual things that maybe I would like to keep private. You know, I'm that type of person. I do put thoughts into my
forehead and
gifts.
go about your business then.
So that's the thing, because she's happy with that anyways.
But then then why don't you give her what she actually wants?
Which is what?
Nothing.
Peace and quiet.
Like, I just want some peace and quiet. Why is it that we force our things that we think is somebody wants onto them?
Do you know what? The funny thing is, the way that you're looking at it now, I can kind of throw this at you, a little curveball.
Go ahead.
So now you're, Wahala kind of saying, why are you doing this for your missus when she really wants something else?
Oh my God.
Do you understand?
So, go on, Mr. Wolf. I'm with him.
So when it comes to a surprise party now on Netflix, you have, I think all of you have said that you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for me. Do you understand? So when it comes to these gifts and these presents, maybe you're doing it more for you than for her, because from what you have said, she don't care what you give her.
No, she does care.
She doesn't want it though.
When I give her, all right. So when I took her for our first dating anniversary to Paris by surprised, whether she says I don't want you to spend so much money, or I don't want to, she loved it.
Yeah.
So
did you like your surprise party?
No.
Oh wow.
I didn't want it. I didn't want it.
I never said
want
want it.
No.
Did you like it?
But I'm saying from this point onwards.
Okay.
From this point
that's how I
onwards,
like it.
she's okay with you not getting her nothing, innit?
She's not a big gift person. She's happy going through the anniversaries and saying, listen, let's concentrate on putting our resources into something else, and then maybe.
So if you do get her something now, you'll be getting it for your own self, kind of.
You could argue that, and I couldn't argue with you. I can't argue with you.
The one thing that she wants, he hasn't given her,
Which is what?
to fix the shower.
Oh wow.
Get that for her anniversary, bro.
He said the only thing I want,
But you know what?
I'm gonna fix the shower.
That might
Fix
be-
the shower.
That would make her an excellent anniversary
I
present.
think.
That would be a bad boy anniversary present.
I think.
Simple's
I think
destroyed
he
it.
has it, yeah.
All right, he's done it.
Go on, Simple.
Between us,
Like
between us, no woman can beat us. Between us, we will always win.
What do you mean?
Like if there's any puzzle or problem or anything put in the way that involves women, we will destroy it and win.
Destroy it, you know.
Yeah, you have to destroy those type of problems in your life, innit?
Anyway, can you teach charisma?
Who are you asking?
This question come from the Ghanaian contingent.
Oh wow, okay. I think you know what it is? I don't think you can teach it, but I think it could be learned. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
No.
Because maybe they can learn it from somebody else.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
Okay, I don't think somebody's sitting there teaching you
I know
charisma.
what you mean.
I think you look at other people, you see things around you, and you say, you know what? That is what I think is a charisma. And I'm picking it up.
I don't agree. I think you can try to replicate what you consider to be the signs of charisma, but charisma is such a deep-seated talent and ability that it's not just about following a bunch of steps. There's a whole lot of
what is charisma though?
A whole lot of chemical stuff that goes with it.
What is charisma? Because charisma is different to different people, isn't it? So somebody that for me I could think it's charismatic. Other people would just think it's an idiot and loud.
No, but then
and unfunny and uncharismatic.
But I think
I'm the shit. You understand?
Yeah, but part of charisma is that it kind of tailors to your audience, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, Wahala has a point because there are certain people that are charismatic to one audience, one set of people, and then when they're around another set of people or another person, they're not charismatic. They're like it's like they don't find you appealing at all. Your charisma just doesn't wash with them. You have different personalities, don't you? You have them dry people in it, and they don't find other dry people. That's what they'll find attractive or charismatic. So I think I'm charismatic to a certain audience, and then there's other people that just don't find me whatever.
Yeah, there's some people that ain't gonna like you, but charisma is a pleasing thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Isn't charisma
it's having to be something that people like?
Yeah, so isn't having charisma about being able to identify who is you're in front of and to cater to them in a way that makes you endearing towards them? Isn't that what charisma is?
It's a fallacy.
It's got nothing to do with the person that's around you.
No,
it's got everything to do with you and your personality.
Yes, but for you to think you can remain constant, even if it means like having inside yourself a bit of a shift where you can kind of mold to different personalities, but you can mold to every personality or every type of person, that's just not true. So I'm not dealing with the fact that one person can be around 7 billion people and all of them will find them charismatic. No,
of course not.
So then some people will not find you charismatic. Some people will be they don't like your personality. They don't like what other people find charismatic. They find annoying, and that's just going to be the case.
Yes,
I would say that if you're around the most people you're around, they find you charismatic. Then that's good enough to say you're a charismatic person.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's that. So unless we want to argue that point that we can be charismatic around that
point.
Well, that was my original point, and then the argument was that you can't if in yourself you're charismatic, then everyone will find you charismatic. If you can tailor yourself or mold yourself to each person you're around, then they'll always find you charismatic. And I'll be like, nah, this person will find you charismatic, or 99% will find you charismatic. The 100th person won't. They'll be annoyed at you all the time. It's not on that day. Every day they find you annoying.
But would that 100th person understand why the other 99 consider you to be charismatic?
Potentially, but they might see you as fake. It's like, but potentially, because there's people that I think. Can't you see through them? And everybody thinks, well, not everybody, but the consensus that I see, because I'm looking at it from the outside, is that this person seems as charismatic. It seems like they have some panache. And for me, it's like they're basic. They're proper basic, Tesco basic. And people seem to find them charismatic. And I'm like, wow. Don't you know that this person goes home at night and sleeps and cries himself to sleep? You don't see that.
Are you talking about a particular somebody?
There's people in general.
I just want to.
I think he's talking about someone.
Sounds catty, boy.
I want to take. I want to take a moment.
I think I know who he's talking about as well.
I want to take a moment right now to just to say that the word panache is such a great word. Panache. It's such a beautiful word.
I feel that
I don't know why I like it so much.
Sorry.
Yes.
You can fake charisma, just not very well.
Like an orgasm.
You can't keep it up. You can't go on forever. And anybody and people that are receptive to seeing beyond the surface will spot it.
Can animals be charismatic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Charisma is part of a personality, and
you can fake it though.
Yeah, but like you say, your true colours will always shine
eventually.
Through eventually, you know what I mean? I know some very charismatic individuals. I think that Wahala is very charismatic. I think that Stavros is very charismatic and also.
I think I can be. I actually don't think like as a general thing
Yeah.
I'm charismatic. I think I can be very charismatic in the right situation.
Because there's times when if you put me in a nightclub now, I'm gone, bruv.
Yeah, but I don't think that you need to
Discotheque.
be charismatic or your charisma has to show 24/7. I think that is part of your personality and it
That's the
comes
point,
out.
actually.
At
When
the
you're
right
charismatic,
times.
are you always charismatic? You're not always on, are you?
Is charm a characteristic of charisma, or are they different things?
I think they're brethrens.
Yeah.
Maybe even lovers.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they overlap.
Okay.
Yes.
They overlap enough.
So that means you can turn it on and off then.
I think they
Definitely.
dog each other.
It's easy to turn on and off charisma.
It's easy to turn on enough charm.
My missus says that all the time. Like, you're such a money, and then when you're out, everybody's just there around you. I don't know why. Is that my dad? In fact, the prime examples are Williams men, Because my dad is the same way. When I'm at home, is moan. But everybody that meets my dad, oh, I love your dad.
Same as my dad.
I
funny
love
enough.
your dad. And this man will just be moaning all day to everybody else in life.
Even
So-
my mum
so-
would raggle like, you don't know what he's like all the time.
Yeah.
So why?
My dad does switch it.
Because I've heard this a lot of the time.
Mm.
Why are we more charismatic outdoor than we are with our closest?
Because your closest sees you every day. You can't be like that
Yeah.
all the time with them.
Not all the time, but
no, like we just said, you can't be on all the time.
And sometimes when you're on all the time, it's not like a period. When you're on all the time, yeah, your partner is gonna get to a point where you're grating at them. Like, why can't you just calm down? Like, why you can't chill out?
I think some people are on all the time.
Possibly, and I think there's times when their partner's like, why can't you just?
Can you think of
Why
something?
can't you? Why do you have to float in the
Yeah.
room? Why can't you just normally walk in?
Wow, why can't you float? I float. I want to float into a room.
Every room. Sometimes you
Maybe.
just need to walk normal, man.
Yeah, there's some people that are exactly the same outdoor than they are indoor.
There's times when I am like I'm very like sometimes my missus says to me, you know what? You can't make a joke of everything, right? And that's when she wants me to be off. You understand? Right when we're having a serious conversation, off. When we're mucking around, on. You understand what I'm saying? So you can, but it's sometimes for the other person it's annoying. So you gotta just make a decision as I think charisma you have to switch it on and off, man. For me personally,
What do you reckon, Simple?
Yeah, I think so. That's why I was asking about charm because I
You think
realize-
you can teach it?
do you think
No,
you're charming?
You can't teach it.
Do you think you're a charming person?
I can be.
But you do think you're charming on a general?
Generally, no. I'm quite. Well, I don't understand why people talk to me. To be honest with
It's
you,
because you stand around me, bro.
because probably.
I'm about that life.
Probably.
Nah, that's the dreads, bruv.
Because I am depression.
I'm sorry, Phil.
Nah, I don't think you're that bad when it comes to that. I think people.
Nah, I'm socially awkward. That's
People
what it is.
enjoy a conversation with you because you take time to actually have the conversation.
Okay.
Whereas other people just skim past what they're saying and just say what they want to say, which is like me.
He actually listens to me.
My missus said to me that like you're weird. She said you're weird because I've noticed that you always go to a corner in the room. Like if you're in the middle of a place, you always go to one side, and somehow people always end up standing up around you.
That's what I do.
Do you know what I had in my head?
What's that?
Gravitation.
Yeah, that's what she says.
With Simple Simon, they'll gravitate to him.
You know what it is about going to the corner of the room? I think people don't understand at times. But I go to the corner of the room because I need to assess the room before I decide what I want to do with that room.
Yeah.
Because I might just want to stay in that corner of the room.
Yeah.
Or I might want to go into the middle of the room. But I need to make an assessment before I decide what I'm doing.
Where you're gonna be?
Well,
Yeah.
I think personally, I do the same, but I do it very quickly. So I would decide whether I'm chilling or whether I'm going right in the deep end.
You go where the food is, bro.
Yes, I
Don't
do.
even pretend like it's anything else.
Straight where the food
So
is.
hold on.
No
So
long
you man do it as well. Where you go into a building, for example, if you go into a venue, you look for exits and all that.
Yeah, that's the
Straight
first thing I
away.
do. I
Straight
always look for
away.
the fire exits.
fire exits.
I don't trust no one.
Yeah.
I'm very observant, and especially my job, I need to know. I'm looking at extinguishers. I'm looking at the type of extinguishers. I'm looking at the expiry dates on them. I'm looking for the fire. I'm looking at everything.
What? So
Guys,
you just basically just
Fireman
pat them,
Sam,
you
boy.
just pat them down while you're in there.
Mate,
Yeah.
I'm preparing my exit as
Can I-
soon as I get in.
Can I segue into something else?
Go on then.
Talking about exits and fire escapes and being able to escape stuff. Any of you guys going carnival?
Do you know what? I actually wanted to go this year. I haven't been in about, maybe about 10 years. Maybe it's been that long. Maybe about 10 years when I was working with my boy, the whole R&B ringtones thing, boy. Yeah,
No.
no, it's longer than that. Longer than that.
Yeah, I'm not going.
But I'm not going.
You're not going. You don't want to. You don't feel the inkling to take your child to carnival and not to
No
experience
chance.
it.
You know what it
Taking
is?
children there.
Listen
No
to
way.
this, yeah. Listen to this, yeah. I was just having this conversation, Massey, yesterday or day before. Once upon a time, carnival on Sunday, you could go there knowing that there's going to be children there
Yeah.
and then their parents. That's it. You can't go on Sunday no more. Sunday's ruined now, bro.
I was debating taking my daughter on Sunday.
Sunday's ruined.
And,
Sunday's the
and,
same
And
as
I
Monday.
got cussed by people. Are you mad?
Sunday's the same as
My
Monday.
wife, just as I got home, my wife said today, she saw a bedroom
not
who's
taking my
who's an avid carnival person. We all know her. Skins.
Yeah.
I think.
And
Do
she's
you
like,
know what?
what? She heard that we might take it. She's like, what? You can't do that.
Yeah,
You're mad.
on Sunday, once upon a time when I was going carnival early, them time there, like my mum used to take some of the little ones, my cousins and that.
Mm.
She would take them to carnival because you could.
Yeah.
On Sunday, the way they had it patterned, there was no young people there. If they were young, there was like children escorted by adults. It was civilized, It was, everything was well behaved. It was well organized,
So
and the number of people that was there was a lot lower than happened on Monday. Now Sunday's like the run up or the test run for Monday. Like,
so what you trying to say? There's a bit of heroin from Catford down there, yeah.
what, on Sundays?
Yeah, on Sundays.
Madness.
But it can
Only
go,
on the Monday.
it can go anyway.
What happened there, Wahala?
What, the heroin from Catford?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so the Metropolitan
Metro.
Police put out a tweet. Is it a tweet or is it an article?
No, it was a
Tweet.
tweet.
It was
A tweet. Tweet is getting people into trouble these days, saying basically we've captured I don't know how much keys of heroin in the lead up to Carnival in Catford, and everyone, including Big
You
Storms,
need to put a comma in there, man.
South East London is Catford, and Carnival is
Northwest.
and people were like, "Well, what's that got to do with anything? You found heroin in Catford. What's that got to do with Carnival?" So basically, people are saying, "Are you trying to say now because it's the lead up to our thing now? Suddenly, I like people. I'm saying when I say people, is it now that you're finding the heroin? It means something. What happened to all the times that you find all of the drugs before Glastonbury? What happened to times you find all the drugs before V Festival? All of these places where you're finding this, you don't come to mention it on the Twitter, but as soon as it's run up to Carnival, you're saying you found all the heroin. Who's having heroin at Carnival anyway?
No one.
That's what I'm saying. They're having weed, rude boy. They're not having those kind of things, man. It's
That-
ridiculous.
That annoyed me.
I tell you what.
Yeah,
Then I'll be like,
proper.
yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Is Carnival still our thing?
That's a big question,
Yes, there'll be over 1 million people there, and most of them will be black. Most of them will be of African Caribbean descent.
If there is now a hummus stand somewhere in the Carnival,
There is.
then we have to discuss it.
There is.
Because the whole big thing for me
Man
is
is saying
Carnival.
there is with confidence. I'm sure he hasn't ever seen
There
one.
is.
The-
With
the-
confidence.
If there's like a gastro
seen
bar
it,
or
but
something in the
man,
middle of Carnival, then you got to ask questions.
There's a Foxtons right in the middle of
Oh
Carnival.
my God.
It's all over.
Yeah, Starbucks.
Oh, Franco Manca's out there selling pizza and that.
The whole thing about Carnival for me, the best thing about Carnival for Wahala was the fact that you could get jerk chicken and soya in the same place. Like you could walk from one bit to another and get all the foods. That's all I cared about for Carnival, and that's why I'm fat, because I only wanted the food in Carnival. I didn't even care about the girls. I just like the fact I could get jerk chicken, jollof rice, and soya all in one place.
Toddler T sound system's not going to be down there this year. Apparently, they had their license revoked and the whole of their streets lock off.
Are we still banning Nigerians from Carnival? Are we still getting told that we're not allowed to bring Afrobeats there now? Is that
Who said that? Who said that?
There's a Nigerian corner.
yeah, Nigerian Corner's been there for time, but
Yeah.
apparently they didn't want us to have float or something.
No, I think it was one foolish person that
No,
said
it
that.
wasn't
and-
foolish. It was a
and
big
kind of
thing,
went
bruv.
viral, innit?
No, because apparently I had this discussion. Apparently, what they were saying is that they didn't want them to have a float. They said, but I heard it before. They didn't even. But this is the thing. If you put it in context, I heard before that people didn't even want to have a bashment float. So it used to be just soca floats. Every float should be soca. That's what they were saying basically. And then obviously the Nigerians have to do their jiggy jiggy and said, look, we want to put the
I don't blame them if
want to put out the band
if you're a purist and you're saying we want our soca or at least music that was originated in the Caribbean, then so be it. I actually don't have I don't see why you'd make an issue of it, but
I
if that's
do.
your thing, then that's your thing. And
Does anybody know?
I do, because Africa's the beginning and end of all of this. You get
That's what I
me?
mean.
So you don't think they should say
So
that?
You can't ban the Africans from
can't ban Africa-
Carnival.
You can't ban Africans from Africa. That's basically
Yeah, but it's a Caribbean event.
No, they're African.
Yeah, they are African,
Yeah.
but it's like saying we've come to London,
Yeah.
our parents or whatever, our forefathers
Yeah.
came here. We've created, let's say, grime,
Yeah.
and you could say grime has its roots in this and that, and you can always expatulate it. Sorry, I can't say the word properly. Back to the roots somewhere back home. And you have a grime function, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna bring Afrobeats. It's like, no, it's grime.
Yeah, but we had this discussion just the other day when we were saying about people appropriating culture from their own and how you shouldn't be telling them that you can't do this, you can't do that because you're not African. So now they're allowed to do it the other way round,
No,
but we can't do it our way round.
I'm talking about the music.
Yeah, but the music is a part of us. And to be honest, let's be real, a lot of Afro beats these days sound like either soca or bashment.
Yeah, man, they're proper guys.
So it's not like a case that is that much of a difference. That it's basically the language
Well,
and the way and the tone of it.
For me, I'm saying that culturally, this I'm bringing it to grime because I think that just makes more sense. If you had a grime event and someone says we're bringing in,
Why don't you just keep with Carnival? Why you going to grime? Like you was telling me, I got to a different thing. Carnival's Carnival.
yeah, because for me that makes sense. And you took it to Africa, and I'm saying Africa's Africa though, and the Caribbean's Caribbean, and yes, the people are from there, but the music is not the same. The music from the Caribbean was born of, or it was formed and molded with the experiences they had in the Caribbean. Also, I'm not saying that they didn't take,
that drum pattern always will come from talking drum, though, bro.
I'm not saying the roots didn't come from Africa, but the experiences and whatever that happened between Africa and the Caribbean added to that sauce that gave them soca and all the other stuff.
The both places had oppression.
Yeah,
oppression makes the music.
Does anybody in here like soca?
Not really. It's alright.
I don't understand the military music, man.
Does anybody know how the carnival started?
It was shaggery, and it involved white people doing shaggery to black people, and them
Yeah.
saying, "No way."
Yeah, it had something to do with
no way.
Windrush. Those people coming from Windrush, and then looking for jobs. They had jobs in West London, but they were living in South London, and then those people that went to West London, the way how they had to travel, by the time they got there, the posh or white folks or whoever they were obviously assaulted the blacks that were there and killed one in particular. And to celebrate his life, they did like a float,
A street party
of music. And that's where carnival came from, apparently. If I'm wrong, email us, please.
ESN podcast @gmail.com.
Me and carnivals, I felt like I loved the thing a long time ago, man.
The best carnival experience I ever had, I went by myself.
Okay.
I went down there.
I think
by
that would be
myself.
good, you know,
Nah,
to
it
go
was
on
good.
your own.
It was good. I went down there by myself. Obviously, like I saw people that I know down there
Yeah.
a lot of times as well, more times than I would ever think I would have. But that was, for me, that was the best carnival experience.
I know mans that have their own things down there.
I held one woman that day. I don't know.
I would be
You
vexed.
come here.
I would be vexed if they stopped the carnival. So long may it continue for
It's
me.
gonna happen.
And Richard Branson, what he done a few years ago was a big thing. Long may it continue.
What did he do?
And they wanted to stop it, and there was no money, and he funded it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but what you have to understand is
You put Virgin all around that place, boy.
this
Not really.
this carnival it will disappear. You know when it will disappear?
Probably.
When the
LGBT pride
No.
takes over.
the population of these blacks that you're talking about decreases. Because I don't know whether.
Pride is the new carnival, though. Just acknowledge that, yeah.
What?
Yeah, true.
You say what?
Pride is the new carnival.
Pride is the new carnival, by the way.
I know so many people who are not homosexual that avidly go to Pride.
That's gonna be the new thing.
Listen, carnival will stop when people that don't beat their children become the fully formed adults, and they're the ones that are deciding whether things can come or go. I'm just saying that these millennials, they get to the point where it's like we're not
You
fighting.
sound
for
like
it
such
anymore.
an abuser. You want to beat children. You want to kill your wife. You want
I
to
didn't say anything about killing my wife. I said my wife can kill other people. And I wouldn't say
you
that.
said in the past you kill her.
Yeah, but I didn't say that today.
I was saying to my missus the other day, like, if you listen to the podcast, like, anything happens to certain people around Stav, like, things will go down. Like my missus hurt herself. She fell down the stairs. She fell down the stairs the other day. She hurt herself. Yeah.
Bello.
And I was saying to her, if this was Stav, people might thought that he did it because he's always threatening to kick somebody down the stairs.
I don't like that slant on my name, man.
Well, you're always threatening to kick somebody down the stairs.
Yeah, it's just
so
if
somebody walked in the room and saw somebody down the stairs and you just behind him, you just have to put your hands up like, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. And then I ran the corner. It wasn't me. I never put it down the stairs. It wasn't me.
That's funny, man.
Because you're just always threatening the thing.
Does revenge porn work with men?
Revenge porn.
Yes.
What is revenge porn?
So revenge porn is when, basically,
Yes, I took it left field.
basically,
When
you break up with somebody and then they put out
And they post it on-
pictures
okay.
of you.
They put out mixtapes.
Yeah, pictures of you and or having sex or whatever, and all that thing there.
If the sex is shit, then yeah, it works. But if it's good, then boy,
What? So I don't know. You need to explain to me because I'm not quite sure. Revenge. What do you say? Does it work?
Revenge porn. Okay, yeah.
Does it work with men?
What is
the classification of working? That's what I
okay, okay. A man, often this is the way it happens. A man and a woman break up. He posts pictures of her or them doing something together because she finds it embarrassing. It's an embarrassment. for pictures of her naked to be out there. So Tiger Woods, who's out there naked with his phone hack business.
Oh, did he have like a sex thing as well?
I sent no.
I saw the link,
his,
but I decided not to open.
Yeah, never did. I just I
fuck
feel sorry for the man. I don't even want to open the thing for him again.
I
what did he-
see
what
Tiger
happened to
Woods
him?
naked.
his phone got hacked, or his ex
God forbid.
woman's
bad
phone got
things.
hacked. I don't know, because there's much more pictures of her, and she's going in, and
Oh wow,
and then just him just standing there with his thing just
hanging. Is
but,
it all right?
but
Are you man sending out dick
no.
pics? Why?
I don't do it. I don't know. I've never done it before.
I'd rather send a plate of food than send a dick pic.
I don't see.
Why were you sending? Oh well, yeah. I guess that will get some women moist.
What food?
Well,
Sandwich. Bread.
bread, meat,
M&S.
more bread.
I don't know. For me, I've never done it, and I don't understand why someone would do it. But then again, I've never been in that tip-top, athletic, fully fledged shape.
What? Your penis has to be fully fledged and athletic.
No, but I mean, like,
You and a old woman of yours post pictures of you on the net,
yeah,
or videos.
Dick pic.
yeah.
Is that bothering you?
Um,
You're there grinning, thumbs up, bucket naked. It's like, look at this bastard.
Do your stance.
yeah,
'Cause every man's got a stance. Let's
possibly
be real.
just because, like, I like some stuff not to be there, innit?
It would bother Stavros, so it would work with me.
It'll work with you. What would
Yeah.
you do? How would you respond to it?
What can I do? I can't do nothing, innit?
You're not gonna go online and redeem yourself.
And do what?
Tell people that you're from the roads and the concrete and this thing.
I'm from barbed wire. No. We're standing there, innit? What can I do? just hope it just goes away as fast as possible.
I bang a cousin.
Revenge.
Petty.
That's proper revenge, isn't it? I mean, boy.
Mr. Wolf would like it anyway. I don't know if that
It's more like, I like the way this picture shows my forearm because I really did do a lot of work on that.
he would take
forearm.
before he actually sent the picture or whatever. He would have taken about 20 and picked the best one anyway.
Yeah.
I just sent her that one.
Was
He
it-
would have looked at it and went, yeah.
You
I'm
can
happy with
use
that.
this one.
I'm happy with that.
Use that Instagram field. No, don't use that one. I don't need it.
Nah, Mr. Wolf ain't like that. Don't listen to these
Oh,
people.
stop saying that.
Well,
No,
I'm
you
not
don't-
like that, bruv.
All
But would I have a problem with it?
You would comb your pubic hair before
I
you
don't-
sent the picture. You would brush it.
fucking bastard. Fuck you, boy. Oh, that's funny, boy.
It's funny because it's true.
Fuck you, though.
Comb it and look at it after and then nod his head. I agree with it.
Fucking combing
Yeah,
pubic hair.
Bruv, you put
clown.
Dax on your pubic hair,
Yeah.
man. And Dax and waving
Yeah.
cream.
It's all going the same way now.
Do you
Still going the same
cock
way.
it? Do you relax your pubic hair?
Fuck you, man. Bastard.
It's all going the same flow. It's ready to
I
be
can't
taken.
even laugh, man. My throat is killing
I
me.
like it because it's orderly.
It's orderly, yeah. I think maybe. Hold on, let me sniff it. It's done now. It's fine.
Sorry, go on.
I can't even remember what I was saying.
Love, mind the pubic hair. Yeah,
You-
I just trimmed it.
Would it bother you if revenge porn was saying that about you?
Maybe a little bit, yeah. Maybe a little bit.
Wahala?
Yeah, of course, but I don't know if it'll be to the same level as if I was a woman, though. I think they'll just get over it. Basically, I think as a man, you're not gonna kill yourself because somebody sent out your this thing on the street.
Unless you got a shrinker.
Even if it's small, what man? There'll be some woman that will still take you.
All right, look, no. You have to understand what I'm saying to you. Yeah, all right. We all remember Dominic Celaire, yeah,
Yeah,
or Sinclair, whatever his name
Yeah.
is, yeah.
Who's that?
and he only comes up every once a year.
Every once a year for
That's the man that ate the pom pom on the stairs.
Oh,
Wow, you remember his name?
Everyone remembers Dominic.
No, I didn't know he was.
But I remember his name straight. Dominic Sinclair.
So imagine him now.
If
yeah?
I was him, I would claim that.
That's what I'm
I'll
saying,
be a
man.
G.
I don't get what the problem was.
I'll
Me,
be
Nah,
doing.
yeah, but
I
that's,
would
yeah,
have
but that's what you.
claimed.
No, you
That's
own
what
it,
you
bro.
fucked up on.
No, you own it, and I would have been doing mouthwash commercials, everything
That's what I'm saying.
on every New Year.
T-shirts and all sorts. Man.
Every New Year, I use Aquafresh before I eat my pussy.
Eat the pussy good. Eat the pussy good.
I'll be like, what? None of you mans have ever eaten out on stairs.
Trust me, I'll be like,
That's even level 3. That's not even level 4.
Trust me, I would own it. You would see me everywhere.
Talking about revenge, though, who saw that video of the guy who banged his
Oh yeah.
the boy who got bullied. So a guy got bullied by this kid. He ended up going into a grown man, going on a dating site, and he saw this kid's mum, and he decided, for revenge sake, to start dating her and to bang her. He had taken pictures and thought that was the end, and maybe he was going to send the pictures to this guy that flipping ruined his life, so he said. So lo and behold, this guy gets a phone call, innit, from a radio station, and the radio station is basically calling him up because this woman that he banged is wondering why he hasn't called her back.
He ghosted her.
Yeah, I mean, and then he's thinking, is this some kind of a joke? Is this really a radio station asking why I haven't called this woman back? And the radio station said, yeah, why have you been like a bit of a bitch? And then he explains, well, she is the mother of a guy that ruined my life. He bullied me throughout the whole of my school years, and I fucked the living daylights out of her, and I even took photographs of her sucking my dick. And that was his revenge.
Hold on, you left out the biggest part.
The biggest part. She loved it.
When she called him,
yes.
well, not only is she saying, I really enjoyed the date, it was so fantastic, it was the best sex I've ever had in my life. When he heard that bit, he was killing it, because he knows that's even worse than the penis in the mouth.
Let me tell you something.
Photo. Because if I can tell a man, your mum said I bang better than your dad, that's killing both of them.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
And you know what? Hold on. Before you continue, I co-sign the revenge. I know.
Wow.
Revenge is a sweet
Let me
thing.
tell you something, yeah?
Co-sign it.
Let me tell you something. God was on his side,
One time.
because not only did he
Everything
allow,
went well.
everything went to plan. I don't know if it's God or Satan.
And then some.
I don't know if it's God or Satan, because it just went for it. Because it's like he himself was like, I cannot believe this. Like, you're just making it so much better. And then the mom said to him, I'm going to get a son to kick your ass. And he must have said, well, that's fine. I went to go do karate, whatever.
Or jiu-jitsu, and I'm a black belt, so bring it on. I'll knock him out.
I'll knock him out. But I'm saying that you got to kill that man. You got to shoot him. You got to at least shoot him.
What?
Yeah, as much as I co-signed the revenge, yeah, because I know a lot of people wouldn't, I got no problem with that kind of revenge. And he said he's going to send that picture to the boy and like ASAP. Yeah, if that boy comes back and shoots him, I can't hate on the person.
You gotta get to that house immediately.
You have to
Krypton factor and get that phone away from that son.
And end of the day, once that boy sees the picture and hears the audio clip of this radio show,
He's finished.
yeah, you it's all bets is off.
Do you know?
Like,
I think the only fact it's gone public is maybe part of the reason why we haven't heard the fact that he's killed the guy.
Listen, do you know what makes it so horrible? What makes it so horrible is that
horrible or fantastic.
no, it's horrible and fantastic. It's
It's fantastically horrible.
It's angelic nastiness, if you like.
It's the angelic nastiness.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah,
Big up Andre
because
Finger and
if
3000.
The angelic nasty episode.
if you think about it, yeah, he has created a situation where he's made the boy upset at his own mum.
You're gonna be vexed at your mum.
You're gonna be vexed at the guy.
You're gonna
You're gonna be vexed at yourself.
You're gonna be vexed at your dad for not banging your mum properly.
Exactly. And you're gonna be vexed at yourself. Like, he
And then
just
you're
created
gonna
a
wonder,
trifecta of hatred.
Do I bang rubbish too? Am I taking after my dad?
You gotta cry.
Trust me.
You gotta cry.
That
You
is
gotta cry.
That is a situation you sit in the corner and cry.
And you don't shoot the person actually, because that's a normal killing. You need
They're
to
all victims.
You need to
All of them.
strangle them. That's one where you have to use your own hand to murder.
and look at them in the eye.
Yeah.
If you were the judge, and the case came to you that this person saw this video, and as he was seeing the video and hearing the clip, the person was walking across him out the street at that present time, and he strangled the man to death. What would you give this dude?
You know what I would do? I would tell the helper in the court, whoever the helper is, I'll tell them to get a projector and to get a laptop. And whilst the person, I'll say, redo the story again. And then when it gets to the point where he said that he bangs the mum, I'll put up the gif of the guy that does that thing with his mouth when he goes like this.
Oh,
That's the red cup.
The red cup gif.
Red cup.
And that is what that would be the end of the case. Because that's exactly what I would do. I'll be like, okay, fine. Yeah. Oh my God, that's terrible. Hold on. What? Boy.
He said what? He did what?
He did what? I actually resurrect the guy to put him in prison.
Because there's temporary insanity. Basically, that's.
I'll put the mum in prison as well for doing what you done to your son.
No, but then the mum didn't know. It wasn't like
The
that.
mum's done something.
Who
herself,
told her
man.
to bang? She said there's a 20-year difference between us.
Which mum? Okay, you say it's no right. Is your mum alright to go onto the radio and start telling people that she had good bang from some young boys
And
Yes.
somebody
Why did
that's
she
your
do
age?
that?
Why is your mum banging somebody your age?
and going on radio to go and tell her? Mama want to go on radio to tell somebody she wants to go and bang somebody. It's a problem, you know.
Stella's got to get a groove.
Nah, man.
No, but I hear you though. You're
No,
right.
your
you're
mom
right.
shouldn't be going on the radio to go tell somebody that. Oh, if she said I want to fight, even what kind of mum is? What kind of person is going out to go and search?
Wahala is saying,
Yeah, because what kind of mum is going to go and search for man? You're searching for man on radio, you know.
Yeah, but you
Well,
have,
she,
What kind of family is this?
She searched for them online.
Yeah, but then you go and search for them on radio.
yeah, but you have to understand.
Yeah, but you know, what's the difference between a man? You know,
That's what good penis does.
yeah, no. If there's an older man and there's a younger woman,
Wow.
And
Do you
but
understand?
there is no difference. Why are you
Right.
searching? If my dad went to go and ring up asking for the woman online, I'll be cussing my dad the same way. Like, why are you going online to go? To go.
I just had the vision of my dad like calling for my sister's age.
Man, you want to see how he talks to the woman at Tesco though? That's a G, you know.
Oh,
Tesco girls. I'm going to go and see my Tesco
that's
girls.
the charisma, innit?
Yeah, trying to check with the Tesco. He tried to. Well, one time while I was single, my dad was trying to check with the Tesco girl for me. You know, yeah, my son. This is my son. I'm like, what is this?
I know you want me, you can't have me, but this is my son.
This is my son.
Yeah,
He's a
proper wingman.
He's the next version of me. You know, the younger version.
Love him. Oh my gosh.
All right, guys. It's time to wrap this up.
Wrap it up like a bitch.
All right.
Wrap it up like Usher's penis.
Yeah. You took
Asher's
it,
vagina. Okay.
He might have one.
Ears.
Mm.
Are we saying Usher's a hermaphrodite here now?
I don't know, man. I can't talk his case again, bro.
Let's say our goodbyes. Church knows.
Okay. At Big Wahala on Twitter and on Instagram. Again, check out
There's only one T in Twitter, apparently.
What?
Because it's Twitter.
Twitter, yeah. And again, check out Emmy and Ben for your skincare needs. And yeah, I'll be seeing you next week. And,
No,
and
not
hopefully,
Yemi. Not Yemi and Ben.
no, I said Emmy and Ben. What's your problem?
All right.
And then hopefully we would have a Floyd Mayweather knockout by next week because we can't let this man.
It's
win.
not by next week. By the time they listen to this.
Yeah,
fight
by
is
the
done.
time this is, well, I can't. McGregor can't win. I can't have the Irish beating us like that.
You can't even draw. You can't
Yeah,
go the
yeah,
distance.
He has to beat them.
I don't even want it to go the distance, but
Cool.
I feel that it might just.
No way.
Well, we'll see.
McGregor has to get beaten. Like he needs to get beaten up.
Okay.
He needs to look like Saget at the end of Street Fighter when he's lost. You know when you have all the bumps on your face.
Mm.
That's for my old school people there.
Mr. Wolf here. Catch me on Twitter. It's Yemi Online. Instagram, Yemi's Insta. And Facebook via ESN. Boom. Bad man thing.
Simple Simon in the building. Oh, leaving the building. Whatever. Gaza. It's Simple Simon FB on Twitter. That's probably my most present and vocal position on the interwebs. I want to put out my prediction before the fight. By rights, Mayweather should win it. I want him to win it. But I got a funny feeling they're going to let McGregor take this one.
You said
And
let.
And then rematch for double the money.
Okay, so let's get predictions. Stavros.
All right. With the disclaimer that I'm not a boxing or UFC fan at all. I don't know nothing about all this stuff. So, guessing 5th round knockout
Or TKO, yeah?
or TKO. Thank you for adding that on by the black dude.
Buy the black one.
That's what it is, isn't it? It's the
Yeah,
black
Money-
versus white.
Money May.
Big
Not to be
Wahala.
confused by anime.
In fact, 4.
Round 4.
TKO.
I'm also saying round 4 TKO. Money May.
I'm saying round 9, he's going to be in his chair and he's not going to come out because he's going to be fucked up. And that's Money Mayweather winning.
Wow.
As in, yeah.
All the way to the 9th round.
9th round, he's going to pick him off like a cherry and he's going to take the punches.
You mean the 8th round? Is he coming out for the 10th or coming out for the 9th?
He's not coming out for the 9th round. So
the 8th round is going
he's sitting on a stool and his people them are just waving it off or the referee just waves it off.
Quitter.
He won't quit, but they'll just say, "Come on,
Okay,
it's
so
too much."
eight rounds and then done. Okay.
Sitting on a stool, baby.
Right, you did one Oracle thing. How did you get so?
Do you know what? It reminds me of, for the boxing fans, I can see something like Mayweather versus Arturo Gatti. Anyone that likes boxing, watch that fight and see
Arturo
what
Gatti
happens.
sounds like a name from a film, man, from a Star Wars film.
Arturo Gatti is a boxing legend who's now dead.
Sound like a car.
Who Mayweather beat, and it was like his big step into stardom, beating that guy.
Okay.
He was a legend. And he actually killed someone boxing, believe it or not. Arturo Gatti.
All right. That's very morbid. Before Simple Simon makes his prediction.
No, I already did. I said McGregor I think McGregor's going to win.
Yeah, what round?
Yeah, man.
Oh, do you want me to call rounds?
A bit more specific,
We
man.
all did rounds, innit?
Oh shit, I don't know what round. I'm spun on that one. I have no idea.
Is it TKO, KO?
Distance.
No, I think he won't go distance. I don't think it's gonna go past 8 rounds.
One of our boys had a long conversation with me about how McGregor's going to win.
So you think the fight is going to get stopped?
No, I think the fight will be won within the first 8 rounds. I don't know if it's gonna be stopped or if someone's gonna get knocked out.
The
but
thing is, though, if McGregor actually hits him,
that's what I'm saying.
He's very powerful.
if McGregor actually hits
There's no
him,
doubt about it.
This is what I'm
got
saying.
A
There's an
very
issue.
powerful
there's an issue.
punch.
But
But
people
so
hit
did
him.
Canelo. Canelo's got a very powerful
yeah, but
punch.
it hit him.
Exactly. So Mayweather doesn't get hit.
You people are giving hope to the hopeless.
Listen, I want Mayweather to win. I need it, but I can see the money making potential of a rematch here as well.
Do it for the blacks.
No.
Money Mayweather don't care about the blacks. He just cares about greens.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
Don't care about the Africans.
He
All right.
don't care about nothing.
All right, ladies and gents, you can catch Eloquently Saying Nothing on our social media under the tags at ESN Podcast, and you can find that on Instagram and on Twitter. Please use the hashtag ESN Pod on all your social media. You can find us on Facebook at Eloquently Saying Nothing. Just do a search and you'll find us there. Join our page, like our page, rate and review us on your podcast apps also. Thank you very much. I am Stavros Boss. You can catch me at Stavros Boss everywhere, and we are out. Yes.
Boom. Inside.
And if you ain't saying nothing, say it well.
Slag for life. Yes. Get a couple of cans. Get a couple of cans, dude. Does he do absolutely anything else?
Yeah, he
Funny.
cool does.
Ask that question.
That's all. That's all.
Nah, he does road man. His road man thing is funny as well. You still know? You don't know what it is?
Obviously not, man. Just
Okay, all right. I'll tell you that. All right. Let's do it in a way. You're going.
just ask me a question. No,
You're going to collect your kids.
No.
No, I'm going to do the same way. You're going to collect your kids, yeah? Your kids live 80 miles away, yeah? This is big. You're driving, I'm not helping you. You're driving at 80 miles an hour. How long did it take you to get there? 80 what? Anyway, right, so you're gonna go pick up your kids. This should be the intro. You're gonna go pick up your kids